Hello everybody, welcome to the second episode of my V Rising playthrough. I'm not going to be starting exactly where I left off in this playthrough, simply because this game is absolutely massive, and I don't think you necessarily want to see me spending all of my time building. I will do an overview of the castle each time because it is going to expand, and I will try and show you the most relevant V-Blood battles, but again, there are lots of V-Blood battles, and I don't want this series to be going on for a year or more, for obvious reasons, especially as I record this in advance, so I would have terabytes worth of video files waiting. But anyway, that's enough of my stupid intro, let's get to the gameplay. Well, I don't think I've done too much more since the last video. To be perfectly honest, I can't remember where I got to. But I'm not going to be doing a video picking up from exactly where I left off last time. I might have mentioned that last time. Simply because the game is ridiculously big. And there are so many bosses to take on that it's just going to take forever to record, capture the gameplay for each of those. I mean, bearing in mind that sometimes it takes me a few hours just to gather the resources to get a weapon that's going to allow me to attack the next V-Blood. So my idea is that I will just pick up every now and then and basically get you up to speed with where I am. There might be what looks like a hell of a lot of time between in those situations, but it might not be that much in the grand scheme of things. It could be that I've spent an entire, I don't know, 2 or 3 days worth of gameplay just doing my castle, because I know the last time I played this, and I didn't get very far to be fair, but the last time I played this I did do that. I spent an absolute age just building my castle, and of course each stage you change your castle heart level. It allows you to build more of a castle. So, I mean, at the moment, it's literally just a compound using palisade fences. It's not even an actual castle because I can't build stone walls yet. Okay, so I'm going after Keely the Frost Archer. Primarily because I'm looking for a way of refining hides into leather. So that's one of my next story missions, I'm going to say. You have kind of like these key activities you have to complete to further the story. Now the story is... it's not told as a story. They're kind of just activities to get you to the next stage in the campaign. I think the story itself is just take over the whole area. It's one thing I would say that's probably the most lacking in this game is the story, but I don't know. I think it still kind of works, so I'm not overly upset about that, in fairness. Right. It's going to be coming sunshine daytime soon, and I suppose I could get into that, couldn't I? This game has... I call it a survival. Ooh, do not take on the Chaos Archer. That is not a good idea. She's level 30 and I'm not. Let's run around and not take her on. Let's go through this bear-infested area instead. Why not? It's so much more fun. Run away. Yeah, so I consider this to be a survival game. Not because it has building, etc., although that is one reason, but because it does have those survival elements where you have to manage your hunger, you have to manage your exposure to the elements. The elements in this game being sunshine, as is just about to happen, you also have certain things in the environment. Now, from the last time I played, I remember there was garlic. So you got near certain areas, and those areas had garlic in them, and it kind of, you had garlic exposure. What that exactly did, I can't remember. And I'm sure there are going to be others. I mean, I would imagine at some point, if I have to go near a church, there'll probably be some sort of, I don't know, cleansing light or something like that. But yeah, things like that, you kind of have to manage your exposure to them. And I'm guessing at some point there might be some way of limiting the effect they have on you, whether that be an enchantment, whether it be equipment, a potion or something, I'm not sure. But it's things like that that make these games survival. The other thing that I really like about this type of game, and I call them arc-likes, not because they're in the same viewpoint, because this obviously isn't, but because they have that survival mechanic with building and crafting. And this has some of the best base building out there. Obviously, not being first or third person, you do take a bit of a hit on what you can see of your base. Obviously, first and third person, the base is in front of you, whereas this is kind of like almost below you in isometric. But even so, I want that 11% blood. Come here. So yeah, the isometric viewpoint does make it slightly different. But even so, the reason I think this is one of the best versions of base building is not because of the viewpoint, but simply because it allows you to build specific rooms and give those rooms bonuses depending on what equipment is in them. And I say it that way round, but that's not entirely true. What I should say is you put equipment in a room, and then you can tailor that room to be specific to that type of equipment. So if I get my workbench, if I make a castle room and change the flooring to workshop room, then all of the flooring in that room, I must say, then that workbench, not only does it do creation faster, so crafting is faster on it, it also uses less resource to make the same item. So I think having the castle walls, so basically put a roof over it, gives you extra speed, and then if you get the right floor, it then uses less resource as well. And it allows you to basically create a specific zone within your castle for specific items. So like I say, you can create a workshop area, and that will have your grinder, your sawmill, your workbench in it, and all of those will become workshop items. And it does say under the name of the item what flooring works better for it. And if you want to find out, I think you can click on the item, and just at the top of the crafting screen, it does show you two icons, one of which is the walls, and then one of which is the floor type, and it basically tells you what you need to do, what you need to put there. But that in and of itself is brilliant. Also, the fact that you have more types of room and equipment in this game than I've seen in any other. So for example, you have your forges, that's fine. You also have a smithy, that's fine. You have a prison, and that prison gives you servants. So it's a bit like in Conan Exiles, where you have the Wheel of Pain. This is kind of like a similar thing, but it's just a prison cell. And instead of turning them into servants, you can start tapping them for blood. But if you create a crypt and put some servant coffins in there, any prisoner that you got, you can subdue. You can even like subdue them and not put them in a prison, just put them straight in their own coffin. And then it takes between 18 or 9 minutes, or 20 and 10 minutes, whatever it might be, to convert them. But if you've got a crypt floor underneath your... This is getting a bit... if you've got a crypt floor underneath your servant coffins, it halves the time it takes to convert somebody into a servant. So it's really brilliant that the thought they've put into it. In fact, I would say that this is probably as close to my perfect game as I could get at the moment. It's not quite my favourite game out there. There are reasons for that. One of them is the lack of the story. And although I said it's not too much of an issue, if it actually had a proper story that you could kind of play through, and I don't just mean objectives, I mean an actual storytelling kind of thing, that for me would make it better. And thinking about it, Neocore, if you're watching, if you are thinking about making an Inquisitor Martyr 2 or just an Inquisitor 2, then make it like this. Because an Inquisitor who's building his own fortress monastery and getting basically his entourage together, that to me is brilliant. Even if you get like a conversion cell, because you basically have to psycho-indoctrinate them into working for you. All of that sort of thing just works so well in the 40k universe. And you've already got the grounding for the mission structure, you've already got the artwork, might need a little bit of tweaking. But if you could get it so that you could build your own fortress monastery, my god, that would be amazing. Imagine an Inquisitor walking around like this with all of the weapons from Inquisitor Martyr, but making it an open world survival type game where you have to watch your hunger and thirst, or your susceptibility to chaos, or your taint, whatever it might be. That would be amazing. So yeah, Neocore, if you are going to make a Inquisitor 2, that's my idea. I'll give it you for free simply because I want to play the game. But please, if you do it, please make sure that you release it on console and PC at the same time. And please make sure that they're updated together, especially if you're going to make it an online game. If you made it cross-play, that'd be even better. And of course, being cross-play, you'd have to keep them updated at the same time, because you don't want it that they... well, you wouldn't be able to play between the two if they were at different update levels. So that would work on all of my original complaints. But anyway, back to this game. As you can see, it's gone from... well, it was originally very far away. It's now very close. So I'm guessing Healy is in here. And it does make sense, Bandit Trapper Camp, because she's going to be my method of refining hides into leather. So here we go. Oh, good God. One of my biggest complaints about this is the dodge mechanic. And the reason it's a complaint is because you have an 8-second cooldown on using your dodge. And there are some V-Bloods out there which have attack systems and attack patterns where you kind of... Why was I just standing there getting shot? Where you kind of have to dodge 2 or 3 times in a row. And it's just not possible. Now, there might be, again, equipment, potions, whatever it might be, that make that easier. But the ones that do it so far are my kind of level. And there's no way that you'll get a potion from a much further on character that's going to help with the lower characters. So, yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Get myself all healed up. Wrong button. Stone dust.
My bags are
Oh, inventory full. Kind of makes sense. Okay, very close. Which has just changed to imminent. So she's just up that top right hand corner. So let's try and clear these guys. Oh, let's try and clear these guys out before she joins in, because I do not want her getting involved while I'm fighting these. And she's literally just walking towards me now. So she is going to get involved while I'm still fighting these. Oh, good God. Right. That was not the...
Trespassers. No mercy.
not the time. Dodge, dodge. Oh, I am so gonna die. I need to heal. I need to heal. Heal, heal, heal. Just gonna run around that corner. Give me some heals. Thank you. Right, let's go let this bear out. No. Snick that while I can. I don't know why I did that. You know, I'm only in the middle of a fight. I don't know. Let's go and raid a chest. It's much more fun.
Blood sustains me.
What do you mean maximum? I've got 120 out of 318 health. Let's try that again.
Sanguine regeneration.
How am I at max? I am so confused. Ugh. At least hurting her.
Make room if I want to carry that.
Yeah, nice.
Freeze!
Oh, one of the bears has woken up. Ow. Yeah,
Freeze!
attacking the bears, that's good. Oh, for God's sake. There's a bear out there trying to beat you. Just, you stay out there, you fight the bear while I heal. Oh, good God.
Freeze!
Let me heal.
My blood, restore my body.
Why is it saying max at 120 life?
Freeze!
I'm so confused. Oh, you are so going down, girl. I've nearly got you. Yes. There we go.
Damn it.
I feel stronger.
It's now saying 278 health. So confused. Oh, it's going back up again. Why wouldn't it let me heal? I don't get that. That makes no sense at all. Oh, do not attack when he puts that shield up.
I must make room if I want to carry that.
Crossbone sword. Yeah. Ooh, alchemy flooring. I need that. Right, what can I throw out? Plank, stone dust. Go on, chuck that out. Get the other, and then clay. Hide. I don't need hide. I could do with keeping that actually. Plant fiber. Yeah, don't need plant fiber. And I pressed the wrong button to split it up. If I find anything else, I'll chuck some of that hide out because I'm pretty certain I don't need all of that. I can get hide easily enough. Hey. There was some more clay around here, wasn't there? There it is. Wrong button again. Wolf form to run because it's faster. Ooh. Really the wrong time to find that, wasn't it? Run away. Kill the naughty boys. do you mean? Seriously, I have to unlock it twice. I've already unlocked it. Oh. Sculpted wood, vermin. Let's chuck out some of that hide, actually. 4 slots. Okay. How do I equip it? Oh, it is equipped. I'll take it off. It gets rid of those 4 at the bottom. Okay. Duh, it's in my equipped section. That kind of makes sense. Right. Chuck those out. Because I don't need the empty water skins, I don't think. Chuck that out. Because I've got loads of that. Chuck more of those out. Got Thirsting Crest. Bloodright. Or Shadow Bolt. Bloodright, I think. Yeah, because right, let's Bloodright. Huh? Oh, I see. Square. Okay. Go back and open it and lock it again. It's ridiculous. That one. That one on.
Winters come early.
Oh, I've already got one of those. Okay. No, I don't use it. Got to do this again. God. Wrong button again. Square does not transfer everything. Square splits it. Right, so carrying silver does 1 damage every few seconds. So it's dropping me from like 318 down to 317, and then my self-healing is healing me back up to 318 really quickly. Oh god, it's about to turn sunlight again. Good god. So, of course, this is the other thing. These guys take silver.
Wanna trade?
That's a lot of copper
Maybe
coins
something
required.
special.
Oh, excuse me. That's merciless. They're the ones that I can do with the books. I've got Grim Ranger gloves. Got the Grim Ranger gloves. Yeah, got those. Oh, almost started burning to death. Then there was nothing that would allow me to use silver coins, though. So I wonder what those silver coins are for. In my base. How do I get back here? Wooden coffin. At least walls ignore me while I'm in this form. Always useful. Oh god, there's that archer again. How can you almost stumble into the same V-blood in 2 separate locations in the same video? That's ridiculous. Don't burn me, son. It's not very nice. Run away! Never tell whether the sun can hurt you when you do that jump. Because you seem to go spectral, so you're not actually there. So the sun, in theory, shouldn't be able to hurt you. That's why I keep dashing and jumping when I'm trying to go between shadows during the day. Run away. Oh, good God. Do not need to try and fight a corpse pile at the moment, thank you very much. A bear didn't attack me. I thought bears attacked wolves. I was almost convinced they did in there. Not too far to go now. Right, I'm going to go round this way. So, you can either go this way or round the other way. Get to the base. That's like a little platform. It would have been nice if that platform and the one I'm on were joined together because, well, I don't know. Just think it would be great. And we're in. My silver has been put away. Oh. I meant to press triangle to move it. I pressed X instead. X consumed it. God's sake. Never press the right buttons. Hey, Alchemy Lab flooring. And I've got enough to... Enchanted... Oh, great. Spell power by 3 for 60 minutes. I don't even know how good that is, if I'm being honest. Paper in there. Press the wrong button. Oh. Too much stuff. Is that topped up as well? Hold on. Copper and leather. And at the moment I can't make either. Well, I can. I can make copper in my furnace. But let's do it tan because that'll allow me to make leather. There we go, that makes more sense that way around. Let's stick all this hide in here to make some leather. I need to get the castle heart to level 2, so that's going to require copper ingots. So I've got 11 of them. More than enough of those now, I think, to level up at least. Bones. Materials in there. Processing wood. Don't even know what that's for.
And on that really strange question of what I could use sawdust for, and while I ponder it in the background, I'm going to finish the video there. So as always, if you have enjoyed the video, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, or if you are returning and have not yet subscribed, please do so. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think of the video, and as always, you all take care. I look forward to seeing you for my next video very soon. Bye for now.